Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match, and here we have New Era tournament, round 1, best of 1 match between Blademaster of Wolf Clan playing Assassinate Empire on plains against USSR Flammy, who is in command of the army of the Jutes. So I would say that the Jutes have a slight advantage here, well, more than a slight advantage, as Assassinates are fairly weak, and I really honestly don't know why Blademaster keeps trying to go for these MLG faction picks and choices, but sometimes I do what he does and I lose tournament games because of it. So he is an inspiration to me somehow, which makes me lose my games. So that aside, let's go over his army composition. On his right flank, 2 Grivnapar Cataphracts and Persian Mounted Warriors. Bronze 1, this Persian Mounted Warrior, and this Cataphract as well. Now left flank, what do we have? Well, Bronze 1 Persian Mounted Warriors, then behind 3 Grivnapar Cataphracts. In terms of his melee infantry, well actually let's go over his gen. So he has a Persian Noble General with Warcry, it seems, indeed. For his skirmisher contingent, he has 3 Armenian Slingers. These guys are quite good, to be fair. Up front, we see some Persian Brigade units, 4 of them, Bronze 1. Interesting that he actually decided to upgrade these units despite them being not great, to say the least. Then we see right behind those some elite Dynamite infantry units. It's actually 4 of those, Bronze 1 by the way. As for the Jutes, let's see, Nordic Warlord General with Rally, a cavalry contingent composed of, I believe, indeed 6 Nordic Horse Lords, all of them Bronze 1. We see a Royal Huscarl on each flank. These guys will destroy sword units, which, as you can see, Assassinates have a lot of. In terms of skirmishing contingent, 3, 4, 5 Nordic bows, and up front, good amount of herdmen actually, gold 3. So 6, no, is it? Yeah, 5 herdmen. So a very, very potent build by the Jutes here, and I do like it. It's quite strong, but we'll see if it's actually effective as well, because the engagement should start happening anytime now. But again, I'm not too sure about how this is gonna go, honestly. The Assassinates, they're just at a disadvantage, but this, I like this build a lot that Assassinates are using, and I mean Blademaster is known for his crazy builds, but this one looks like a pretty strong Assassinate build. Dare I say that. But still, I would say he's at a slight disadvantage considering the factions. And these herdmen will obviously destroy the Persian brigades, but Thalamites will destroy the herdmen, and Horse Royal Huscarls could mop up the Thalamites. Problem is going to be the cavalry contingent, because and the thing about the Assassinates though is that they do have more cavalry than the Jutes, so that might actually come into play and help the Assassinates a lot. Flaming shot though onto the Grivnapar Cataphracts, very well done. And now Miss Micro here with the Persian Mounted Warriors by the Assassinates. Persian brigades get charged by Nordic Horse Lords and immediately pulling back, but this is not effective. Charging into this meat shield unit just to get shot at to pieces by let's say elite Dalamites is not an effective way of doing things. So this unit is going to be cost effective, the Nordic Horse Lord that is. This one is also going to be engaged by a Persian brigade, so this is gonna go very well for Assassinates here. We see the Grivnapar Cataphracts getting a free charge into the herdmen, so actually the Assassinates are doing very well, and again a great charge into these herdmen with the Cataphracts, and yeah, well, the 2 Grivnapar Cataphracts did insane damage to the sword contingent of the Jutes. This is a very, very strong showing of the Assassinates here. I really like how Blademaster is playing this out, and looks like we're gonna have another crazy charge here into these units. It's going to do massive damage. On the left flank over here we can see that It's again not going so well for the Jutes. Even this Nordic Horse Lord is unable to be very effective, especially with Persian Brigade support. This Nordic Horse Lord off the field with Persian Mounted Warriors and Persian Brigade supporting. Persian Brigades are so nice for supporting in camp fights. It is insane. So now the Herdmen are going to get rid of the Cataphracts here. But the General of the Sassanids is pushing through with the elite Dynamites as well. And now free charge onto the Nordic Warlords here is going to do damage. But this means that the General of the Sassanids is going to get caught here. It could be troublesome for the Sassanids. Of course, we still have Persian Brigades that came back. Armenian Slingers have done significant damage actually, but now they're out of ammo, so they will be less useful. Of course, Sassanids breaking through on their left over here. Center over here got crushed. The Grivnapars are off the field. The right isn't looking so great either now. I mean, yeah, Persian Brigades are flanking, but will they actually be able to do that much? More Persian Brigades coming in to support. I mean, even these crappy units, when they come into support, they can do fairly well. The Nordic Warlord engaging here. It's the Cav, but this is very good because the Nordic bows can target the General, and just look at the damage they've done to the General. Now also with Herdman support, it's not gonna go well for the Sassanid units. We see Nordic Horse Lords getting through into the Armenian Slingers and Persian Brigades, so these units should rout, but very, very close at this point. But I mean, the Sassanids have broken through on the left flank. Center just... The Nordic Warlord is starting to lose a lot of men to this elite Dynamite and Persian noble unit, but... Ooh, this rear charge into the Nordic bows is going to rout them. Elite Dynamites here, holding for a long time, but now the rear charge here should really help the Elite Dynamites on this flank. And the Sassanids are really turning it around now with all these rear charges, I feel. And this Herdman is off the field. 90 kills on the Persian noble. It is quite cool. Of course, this Royal Huscarl over here is fighting and getting a lot of kills, but right now it's just going to be off the field due to cavalry charges. More supporting units brought in here by the Sassanids, another Persian brigade. It might just die, but it's going to help the Elite Dynamite hold out for perhaps a tad longer in the fight. The Royal Huscarls engaged there and gonna go off the field. This unit has routed though, so the right flank not looking great for the Sassanids, but looks like he has more than enough to finish this off, I think, because all of these cavalry units are enough, and now these swords over here are engaging the Nordic Horse Lords in melee. And it's not like the Nordic Horse Lords can really pull out of this engagement either. They're just stuck here. They can't pull out. If they were to pull out, they would lose half the unit, and that would be horrible. Another Cataphract charge. Let's see the amount of kills. It should be insane. So 117. Now they jump up to like 150 kills. It is insane. 170 kills. This is huge. More charges coming into these Nordic Horse Lords. Nordic Warlords going to be off the field. Ooh, the General has fallen as well, but it's the Sassanid General, and now some of the units start wavering and being shaken. But at this point it doesn't matter because the Jutes are off the field, and it looks like a Pyrrhic victory for the Sassanids. Sassanids actually win against the Jutes. Very, very surprising. Despite the Jutes having a pretty strong build, I should say. It still went well for the Sassanids. So very, very surprising, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.